So, can you tell me an instant or a story where you have been affected by systemic racism?
Yes. So, as you might know, I'm actually Pakistani, and I was born and raised in Kuwait. My story is very unique because I came to the States after the Gulf War, and as a Muslim, and then I became a Christian pastor. And when that happened, I eventually started a church. And so I started a church in the South, and one of the hardest things for me was to start this church because it was not a denominational church which had a building. I had to go start in school, and it was so hard to get into any school. In fact, I remember one time at an elementary school where I was escorted out and told I would never meet there ever. I did not even understand why, but after numerous tries to get into other various schools, I could not get into them. And in fact, a mentor of mine told me that it's probably because of the way I look, my name, and I should send someone who's actually white. And and yes, we did eventually get into a school, and it was because I did not negotiate the deal. Someone else did, and I think that is just my experience of some of the systems that we live under that are motivated and even uh, connected to racism.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My grandfather was in the Korean War, and as a soldier, he should have qualified for the GI Bill. But African American soldiers were not given the GI Bill like white veterans were given in order to buy homes. Instead, my grandparents were forced into rentals like so many African Americans. And so they began renting the house in 1959. The house is currently around $18,000. Back then it was worth, of course, far less than that. And over the years, 69 or so years that my grandmother continued to live there after my grandfather died, she could have bought the house 10 times. So think about how much equity that she was not able to earn, how much wealth she was not able to build, and then help her family, her children, and then her children's children, which is me. So essentially that's how systemic racism, one of the ways that it directly impacted our family was our grandparents did not have the opportunity to begin to build wealth like other people's grandparents.